welcome back to my channel. I'm Erica, and today I want to share with you my top DIY hacks to save you money and time. So my first hack, number one, is to use old socks to apply polyurethane and stain. So I put the sock on my hand, I dip it in my stain, and then I stain my piece of wood. I do the same thing with polyurethane. I don't have any brushes to clean. So use your old socks, don't throw them away. My second hack is to recycle those old grocery sacks. So I take 2 grocery sacks, my paint tray, you can tell it's well loved. I think this one is over 10 years old. I put 1 paint tray. I make sure and use the solid side of the bag, so you don't want any print on the bag. If you have print on the bag, it sometimes will come off on your roller. So what I do is I put one on and I just loop the handles on the tray there, and then I turn it around and I do the same thing on the opposite end of the tray. Okay, so there's 2 bags. Now I have a paint tray that is covered in plastic bags that are recycled, and it makes for easy cleanup. My third hack is to use old sheets as drop cloths. You can tell that this one is well loved. Don't waste your money buying drop cloths when you can use old sheets, maybe that you have in the cupboard. My fourth hack is to use old rags, old t-shirts as cleanup rags. When you're painting, when you're staining, there's always a mess to be cleaned up, it seems. So just use those old rags, and then you don't have to waste 1,000 paper towels. Number 5 is to use these dollar store craft sticks. They look like tongue depressors, but I use these craft sticks as stir sticks. So I use them to mix stain, I use them to mix polyurethane and paint. So if I have a small container of paint. So these craft sticks work great as stir sticks, and you get 60 in this package at the dollar store, Dollar Tree, and these work great. So that's number 5. Number 6 is to reuse your brushes. You can tell this one is, the paint sat in there a little bit too long, but it's still usable. So reuse your brushes, reuse your foam brushes. So I have foam roller here. You can tell this one's well loved as well. So reuse your brushes. This will save you lots of money. And number 7 is to use a nail brush and Dawn dishwashing soap to clean your hands. This, combined with warm water, will take the paint off your hands faster than anything I found. So every time I'm doing a paint project or even a stain project, I come right in and I wash my hands using this nail brush and Dawn dishwashing or dish soap, and I have almost 100% luck of getting all the paint off my hands using this combination here plus warm water. So this is hack number 7. Okay, and number 8 is dry brushing. So with dry brushing, you just dip into a little bit of paint and then you lightly brush the surface of whatever you're painting. You don't want to have full coverage. So dry brushing will not only save you money because you're not using a lot of paint, but it will also save you time because you won't have to distress with sandpaper, because when you're lightly brushing, you are giving it that distress look already. So it's saving you time and money. Number 9 is to reuse rubber gloves. So you can see again that these are well loved. But I use my rubber gloves probably 5-10 times before I ever throw them away. I try to wait till they get a hole in them before I throw them away, but I use them for polyurethane, I use them for painting, staining, all those things. Okay, and my number 10 tip is to use paint samples when you are first starting out. That way you know if you like the paint color for your project, or if you just like it in general. And then once you figure out if you like a paint color, I recommend buying gallons of paint, because if you do that, it will save you a lot of money in the long run. So I typically buy gallons of white and gallons of black, and then if I need any other like accent colors, I'll get the small samples for those. Okay, and my number 11 tip is spray paint, and my favorite brand is Rust-Oleum. So if you're ever unsure of how to paint something, spray paint to the rescue. Just spray paint it. And my last tip, number 12, is to use old containers, old Cool Whip containers, old sour cream containers, Keep the lids, keep the dishes. Not only are you recycling, but this works very well for a paint palette. So you can put paint in here, you can dip your paintbrush in it, you can put screws in here, nails in here for a project. I've put light switch covers in here. So these work very well for holding odds and ends and for a paint palette as well. And you're recycling at the same time. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video about my top DIY hacks. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. See ya!